Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity and practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, welcome back to the Frame Mindset Podcast. My name is Colin Brooks. This episode I talk about window shopping. Window shopping is one of those weird episodes, man. But window shopping is really something. It's really great. Is time if you do it a lot, it's really time consuming. But it's one of those things where it's kind of important because in this episode where I speak about, I don't remember which episode it is, but I talk about the fact that when you start to make money, that is it's more or less about if you can get the stuff and more about when you're able to get it. And so what happens is that when you start making money, when you start working and stuff like that, what happens is that you basically reach a point now where you hold where window shopping is really productive because they can basically scope out prices and be like, okay, if I do this now, I made this plan and plan, boom, in X time I can actually make that money to buy that purchase. And what will happen is that you are able to accurately deduce when you can make the purchase. So when you reach a certain level, it does because you do your previous window shopping studies, when you reach a time you just go boom, go to the store and then make the purchase. And I did that actually purchase a new phone that I have right now. And funny enough, what happened was that I scoped out a different phone that I was looking for a phone in a certain price range. And then boom, I found the perfect store. And I said, okay, when I reach a certain level, I'm just gonna go to the store and make the purchase. Boom, reach a certain level, went to the store ready to make the purchase. And what happened was that kindly enough, the lady actually presented me with a better offer. I have an upgrade to a phone to a better quality to where it's almost to the point where it's at the most advanced, the most at the at almost the latest phone, and it was at the same price that I was planning to spend at the store. And but but all of it was due to the fact that I properly did research the window shopping, so that when it's time to actually make the move, it was a speedy process. It was basically just go there, make the purchase, and done. The one thing that did basically slow down the time was the fact that she was selling me the upgrade, and it was something that it was hard for me to buy into the upgrade because I was so hard headed on buying that specific phone. It took me some time to say, okay, what is the cost benefit that I start doing this instead? And eventually I just made the upgrade. And to me, that was actually a better move. But um, if I did not do the window shopping, I would not know when I would be able to be afforded. So what would happen is that boom, I make the money, I reach a certain level. I'll just be working and not knowing when. I would just be like, okay, when I reach 100,000, I'll just go to the store and just try to buy a phone upgrade. Go there, and then I would go there and just basically make a guess on the phone that I want. Make a and say, okay, I'll just buy a phone for around this amount. Buy the phone and then boom, it may not be the best phone. But if you actually did the research before and be like, okay, this is the type of phone that I want. Let me see the various price of the phone in that range. Get get the price and say, okay, when I reach a certain level from working, I'm just gonna go there and just make that purchase, that big purchase. Reach that level, go to the store, do it, and then boom, it's done. It's done, and then all of a sudden you do that. And then what happens is that you finish there, and then you can focus on the next goal, next purchase. Yeah, so window shopping can be really productive, but if you're not in the position where you can make a purchase like that, it can be really unproductive because you just be looking at stuff that you can't afford. And but it's it's good sometimes just basically if you even if you're not in a position, just go there and experience, see something that you can't afford, look at them and be like, oh my god, just to give you a glimpse of the future. And then what happens is that eventually you reach a point because, like for example, I actually scope out a lot of those cars. And then lots of those cars I can't still not, I'm working now. I'm still not in the range that I can afford them. But what happens is that one day I'll just be in the range and be like, oh my god, boom, make the purchase and be easy as possible. Well, what happened is that that would be easy because years ago I did the scoping. So when in the position, boom, it will be an easy purchase. So just wanna just so yeah, window shopping is really can be really productive and makes a lot of moves easier with time and can increase your efficiency in helping you buying time because money time is money and if you focus on doing certain things a certain way you can save time and that's the thing about the next level of the your wealth building journey where you're basically using the money to buy time. You're using the money to buy time and buy certain stuff to save you lots of time, make you more efficient, and make your life better. So the purchases that you're making has to make sense that your life get better. You have to really think about at a certain level. You have to really think about the cost benefit analysis. What is the cost? What is the benefit of me making this purchase and all those stuff? So that boom, you're making quality purchases, and then you're making quality purchases that enhance your life because the thing about working a 9 to 5 is that you're not making $1 million per day. You're making a limited amount of money, and you I have other expenses as well. You have bills, you have food, shelter, clothing, all those stuff to basically spend on. So things like a phone, in the scope of it, a fancy phone, I should say, is really a very stupid purchase compared to all those other stuff. So you have to be able to rationalize the making of spending money on something like that because it is a stupid purchase in the scope of things. But it can be a very smart purchase if you actually take the time to plan and think about the reason why you're spending that money. Yeah, so yeah, that's the reason why window shopping is really can be very productive. So thank you for listening and look forward for your next episode. Mhm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.